Okay, Million New Golf, you know what it is?
Huh?
It's Shawn Clement. It's at YGolfTV, also known as Connor. We're going to throw some D's on these people because we got a lot of questions regarding the driver.
What's a D?
The driver, man.
Oh, man, sorry.
Old school. Old school, new school, right? Okay, Gary hit us up on Vine. We retweeted him. I don't think we can add his Vine of him hitting a driver into this video. So if you want to see what Gary's swing actually looks like, go to our Vine page. We retweeted it.
There you go.
Boom.
That's a good idea, man.
My guess would be Gary would be a pretty good player.
Yep.
He says he's struggling with hitting blocks, heel blocks, and hooks.
Yeah.
So Gary, I'm going to.
That's the ante over the top swing, isn't it?
That's it. There's a lot going on there. I'm gonna start by meeting where you're at. I'm gonna assume that maybe you want to hit a draw or a straighter shot, and you keep seeing the ball start to the right and go further to the right, and in your effort to maybe get the ball to spin back, you're trying to make adjustments to your path. Okay, so I'm going to take this the more conventional approach, and then Shawn's going to intermit with some wisdom. And we'll see where we're at. Okay, so you know, here's a couple things that you need to understand with your driver. A, the setup is key, and B, the face on a driver is super flat. Okay, so your path and your face with your driver, they're almost the same thing, and that's how I want you to think about it. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that we see when we look at your swing, it looks like you're fighting all the energy that the club's creating, and you're leaning back, maybe trying to swing out to the right enough to get the ball to curve back. When if you just kind of let the club face square up and let your body get out of the way, there'd be a lot more good things that would be happening, and the ball would probably end up at your target more often, which ultimately is what Shawn's going to talk about, and ultimately what I'd like to see in your motion.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
If your body's getting out of the way,
Yes.
the energy can properly be delivered into the club.
G-forces will straighten it out.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
Like how good is that?
How good is that? Well, that's the thing too. Is, you know, in an effort that I see as far as my newer students who have been looking at what's going on in the golf world, and they say, well, I've been coming over the top, and my right shoulder's defective, and my right hand is being overused. You don't have an evil brain that's going to take over the right side of your body. You're just reacting to what you see. So if you're trying to hit a ball, you're going to be over the top. Now, you see yourself on video and you say, well, I don't want to be over the top, so I got to make sure I come back more from the inside, and then you end up overdoing it. So I remember when I first started teaching in this game, I gave somebody a position to do. If that person practiced a lot, they came back, they always overdid it. Well, I'm going, okay, how do we meet back in the middle? So that sounds like to me like that this individual has overdone it. So we want a target. Where do you want to go? So typically, if you want to draw the ball, you're lining up down the center of the fairway, and you're releasing a little to the right so that you get a little counterclockwise spin to bring it back. So let's be specific on where you release it, and then make sure that you feel that your club is following that path. So if we do a little down the line here, okay? So here's the teed ball, and I want to go in that direction. So can you see that on the camera, Matt? Yep. Okay. So may I use the driver?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. So if I set up here and I line up over that intermediate point, and now I want to just swing to the right edge of it, okay? Well, that's not right edge. That feels like it's going way right, okay? That's not right edge, that's going left. That's right edge. So that feels like my swing is moving in the direction congruent with the right edge of that ball, or the intermediate point, I should say, okay? So yes, I'm right edge, get to the top. Yes, I'm right edge. Well, now if you try to swing out to the right, you're toast. You're going to snap hook this or push it out.
Yep.
You're coming way too much from the inside. You'll tend to hit it off the heel as well because you got a lot of outward momentum going on there. So stay with the right edge, swing to the right edge. So you notice my impact or my approach into the ball is not too much from the inside. So if I just swing slightly to the right edge of my intermediate point, I'll create just a little bit of clockwise or counterclockwise spin to draw it back.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm going to add one more thing to that. You know, what you can do as an acid test or a litmus test to see how you're doing is you can get some impact tape and you put it on the face. What I use, you can go to like Walmart or wherever you live, maybe a drugstore, and you can get Dr. Scholl's foot spray and you can put it on the face. Wipes on and off really easily. And generally, better players, when they're coming too much from the inside and struggling with that, will have a lot of heel hits. And the net effect of that will kind of be like a weak in play, but whatever. Not all that great. So see if you can set something up like this. Let your body get out of the way. Let the face kind of square up naturally. It'll feel like a lot less strain, and the contact should be more in the middle of the face. Easy, right?
Yeah, but just do the foot powder discreetly.
Yeah.
You don't want people to think, you know, nasty things about your feet.
That's right. All right, so hopefully that helps. If not, you know where we're at in the comments. You know where we're at on Twitter. 2015.
Last tidbit.
Yeah.
One of the things that people tend to do with the driver is swing way too hard. And that's one of the things I saw in that video, by the way. It looked a little strenuous. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you want your strain level to be at a 3 or less to get a 7 or more in velocity. So what does that feel like? Well, if you strain too much, it feels like you're going to pop a rib, right? Or it feels like, well, if I do that too long and for too long a period of time, tomorrow morning I won't be able to get out of bed. So deliver to your target in a very low strain manner, and then you'll find that your timing of loading and unloading the shaft out to the target will be a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, tons of wisdom there. The speed will be there.
Yep.
It doesn't have to feel as effortful.
Exactly.
All right.
Don't work too hard.
Later.